Cotleigh Brewery, Peregrine, Porter.
Life is too short to be drinking shitty beer.
Welcome to another edition of Bands, Bikes and Booze Reviews. And I don't know what theme is going on tonight, but it just seems to be all about the porters and the stouts. And I've got one from the Cotleigh Brewery, and this is their Peregrine Porter. Peregrine Porter. Is that how you pronounce it? It's a falcon, basically. And all their beers are named after birds of prey, and they donate money to the it's got it on here somewhere, but they donate it to a charity which looks after sort of birds of prey and all that, which, you know, I think is a good cause, unless of course you're a fucking rabbit or a mouse. But they do that for on all their beers, well, nearly all their beers. I tried one the other day, and it was brewed to commemorate the steam theme that was going on, or is going on, in the southwest of England. And of course they're from Somerset, the land of cheese and cider.
Cider is very good, but it makes people sleepy. Windy's cider is very strong cider. Windy Miller is suddenly very sleepy.
And I'll tell you something, I have tried a lot of their beers, and every one has been absolutely amazing. And I'm really hoping this one isn't going to let me down, because Porter really is a test of how good you are at brewing. And I do like their beers. I've reviewed a lot of their beers on the channel. If you want to have a look, you'll see that they all get really high marks, most are 10 out of 10. I think the lowest I gave one of their beers was an 8 out of 10. And yeah, they just get things right. And they're a traditional British brewer, even though they've only been going since 1979. They really have got brewing down to a fine art, and they're up there with the best breweries, I think. You know, they really do stand out for me. I love their beers. I love what they do. I've only had the bottled stuff. I can only imagine that the cask stuff is even nicer. So, with that in mind, let's investigate this one. Right, it's a porter. It is bottle conditioned. It is 500ml and it is 5%. A classic porter, dark and bitter sweet with hints of nuts and licorice, brewed with flaked barley and roasted malts. A long, creamy and mellow finish. Now that sounds amazing. Now this is won 2 awards.
Award! Award!
Yes,
award!
Father.
Award!
Yes,
Award!
Father.
Award!
Yes,
Award!
Father.
Award!
Yes,
Award!
Father.
There you are. Right.
You know my views on awards, but it's won 2 of them. Just on the side it says, continuing a 200-year-old Georgian brewing tradition in Wilverscombe, Cotleigh Brewery has become one of the most successful award-winning independent breweries, producing 3 million pints of beer each year. Yeah, do you know what? I can see that as well. They really have got it down to a fine art, this brewing. And the yeast strain that they use, it just goes with everything they do. There's a certain taste that the Cotleigh beers have that's down to their yeast. And I don't know what they're using. I think it's crack cocaine, because it is just so moorish and it makes the beer taste absolutely amazing. It's not really crack cocaine, before anybody starts ringing up fucking lawyers and solicitors and God knows what else. Anyway, enough about crack cocaine. Let's investigate this beer. Right, that's a bonus because, oh no, maybe not. Yeah, I had a load of beer fizz up on me yesterday and it went all over the place. So I'm just going to get this out into the glass before anything untoward happens. Yeah, look, you can see that. That is so lively. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's because I've had this laying on its side, and I had a few beers that I tried yesterday laying on their side and they all fizzed up. There's the cap while we're waiting. God, fucking hell, I can get that already. Licorice. Now, some people don't like licorice in beers. I do. I love it, and you know what? I must be the anomaly because I like sour beers and I like licorice in beers, and it turns a lot of people off. But I love it. God, that really does smell good. And remember, this is bottle conditioned as well. There's going to be all kinds of goodies in this one, but it is lively. Jesus, I don't know whether that's something I've done. Now, I had a beer the other day. What was that? Oh, it was from the White Hag Brewery, the Irish brewery. And it was like this. It just came out the bottle and it just fizzed up. Like fizzing up was going out of fashion. But if you look at that in the bottle, there is no liveliness whatsoever. What are we getting? Let's analyse this. Right, immediately I'm getting that licorice. Sweet licorice. With hints of... what would that be? It's like a rhubarb and banana, if you can imagine that. A real fruity type aroma. And that has to be coming from the yeast. Yeah, let's calm down a little bit now. Let's give it a swirl and see what's going on. God, it really is. It really is like sweet fruit, like pears. That's what it is. It's pear. Pear, licorice, and just apple. There is a sourness to this that's coming through now. I'll tell you something. This really does not smell like a porter. So I'm intrigued now. This could be really good or absolutely terrible, because it's, you know, I'd be expecting coffee, dark chocolate, some bitterness. There is absolutely none of that whatsoever. There is like an apple sourness, which is an alarm bell in itself. I don't know what's going on here. But for a porter, that is definitely not smelling like a porter. Please don't let me down. It says a classic porter, dark and bitter, sweet with hints of nut and licorice. Well, I'm definitely getting the licorice. I don't know. What the fuck is going on? There it is in the glass. Lots and lots of carbonation. I doubt whether you'll be able to see that or not. Oh, there you go. Look, that's why it is so lively in the glass, because of all that carbonation. And it's bottle conditioned as well, so there's going to be extra carbon dioxide in there too. Right, 2-finger off-white, loosely packed head on that. It does look good though, but yeah, that aroma. Only one way to find out. Bottoms up. Oh, there was a real sourness to it. When is this out of date? That's good. No best before date on it. Is there anything on the cap? There is fuck all. I'm not sure about this. This tastes really sour and nothing like a porter at all. Oh. Let me just get the dregs in there. That is a really strange tasting pint. And I don't know whether I like it or not. Don't get me wrong, I love my sour beers, but they've got to be sour when it needs to be sour. This has got like an apple sourness to it. I have to say the head retention is quite good on this, but something's not right with this. No, there's something not right. I'm getting faint hints of licorice and some coffee flavours on the finish, but there is just an overriding sour apple flavour to this. Oh no, this isn't good. This is not good at all. Fucking hell, Cotleigh, I gave you a fucking big build up. This has won 2 awards, and now it's tasting like a fucking Bag Ladies period. No, fuck off. That is bad. That is not good at all. There is something not right about this. Big sour apple flavour. And I'm sort of getting what it's trying to do on the finish, but oh no, this isn't good at all. And there's no, do you know what, I'm looking at this bottle. There is no best before date anywhere. But the theory is, you know, it's bottle conditioned. So it could last, you know, quite a while. Is there any best before date on it? No, there isn't. That's not good. There is something fucking up with that. You can just get it as it's, you know, there's faint aromas of licorice, but it's just overawed by this big sour apple aroma. And I don't know whether that's intentional or not, but if it is, Cotleigh, you fucked up massively on this. This tastes like a bad beer. I can't see why they'd put the sourness to it. And do you know what? I'm going to take one more mouthful because I'm really, and do you know, don't get me wrong, I love sour beer. I love, you know, all your lambic styles, your Belgian sours, your Berliner Weisses and all that. I absolutely love it. But this does not taste right. And the last place I would expect sourness is in a porter. It's almost like they've dumped a load of cider in it. No, this is going down the sink. Cotleigh, what the fuck have you done here? What have you done? I've given you fucking 9 and 10 out of 10 for your beers. And this stuff is just, that's just undrinkable. That really does surprise me, that does. They're normally bang on their game. I don't think it's meant to taste like that. I don't know what's happened there. There's some yeasty madness going on or some bad flavours. I'm not touching another drop of that. I don't like that at all. Oh, I've got that. I've got like a slight coffee like taste in my mouth, and then there's this horrible fucking, oh, it's just like a sour apple, but not even a nice sour apple, like a cooking apple. Oh, no, fucking no. So what's the verdict on Cotleigh Peregrine? It's going down the sink. I don't know whether it's meant to smell like this. I don't know whether it's meant to taste like this. But whatever it's meant to taste like, this bottle is not fucking good. And it really surprises me. The last brewery I would have thought I'd have been saying this is about Cotleigh Brewery. And it really is disappointing because their other beers are absolutely outstanding. And this is just, it's just bad. It doesn't taste nice. And of all the beer styles, to get that sour flavour in, a porter, you know, it really doesn't belong in there. If this is intentional, you must have been on drugs when you thought this was okay. I'm really am assuming that this is a bad beer, and I'm hoping I've drank that much. Normally I just take a mouthful because I know a bad beer when I taste it, but I thought Cotleigh would not do this, and they have, and that's really fucking let me down. That is. I don't care. It's going to get a 0 out of 10. Can I condemn it on? I can only go by what I've got in front of me, and you know, if your quality control is good, then it shouldn't have been like this. And that, if it's meant to taste like this, no, definitely do not try this. But I should revisit this because I don't believe that's meant to taste like that. It is really unpleasant, and it's getting a 0 out of 10. And I'm not going to recommend it until I revisit it. I always give beers a second chance, and you know, I give the Corona beer a second chance because it was in a bottle and it was skunked. I thought I'd give it another go. I've got a can. I managed to find a can of Old Speckled Hen. I'm going to give that another go. I should really give this another go. So the next time I order some beers off Beers of Europe, I'll try and get some of this because going by this bottle, it's bad. If I get another bottle and it tastes like this, well, you know, it's getting a 0 out of 10, and I'm going to just shout from the rooftops that this is bad beer. And remember, I'm drinking this shit so you don't have to.